1. Introduction. My name is Alice. I came to New York City with a very big dream. My dream was to be a singer. I wanted to sing my music on big stages. Living in New York City is not easy for many people. It is an exciting city, but it is also very expensive. I needed a job to live. I found a job at a coffee shop in the city. I worked there every day for many hours. My job at the coffee shop was important for money, but my real life started after work. At night, I did what I loved most. I practiced my music. I practiced singing songs. I practiced playing my old guitar. My small apartment was my music room. I wanted a chance to show my music to people. I wanted to sing for music companies. One morning, I had a big audition. This was a very important chance for me. I felt nervous, but I also felt a little excited. I went to the audition place. I stood in front of the judge. I closed my eyes for a second and started to sing my best song. I sang with all the feeling I had inside me. But then I heard something bad. I heard a sound. It was the judge. The judge made a sound like they were laughing. Yes, the judge laughed at me. Hearing that laugh felt terrible. It was like a sharp pain in my chest. It felt like my dream broke into many small pieces right there. I stopped singing immediately. My voice stopped. My heart felt heavy. I felt my face turn red. I wanted to disappear. I wanted to cry right there. But I just turned and walked away quickly. I left the room and the building. I ran outside. I felt tears on my face. It was one of the worst moments of my life. That night, I felt very, very sad. I sat alone in my small apartment. I thought about everything. Was I good enough to be a singer? Maybe not. Maybe my dream was too big for me. The pain from the audition was deep. I felt like I could not try again. I wanted to stop. I thought about leaving New York City. I thought about going back home to my family. Going home felt like the easy thing to do. It felt safe. I felt lost and alone with my broken dream. I almost decided to give up on everything and leave the city forever. The next day, I went to work at the coffee shop. I still felt sad inside. I tried to smile for the customers. A man came into the coffee shop. I had never seen him before. He walked to my table. He was tall and looked very handsome. He ordered a coffee from me. He looked at me with kind eyes. Then he said something. His words were not many, but they were strong for me at that moment. He said, "Please don't give up." Just 3 simple words. Don't give up. He did not know my story. He did not know about the audition or the pain I felt. But his kind words came at the right time. They were like a small, warm light. They gave me a very small piece of hope. Maybe, just maybe, I did not have to give up. Maybe I could try again one more time. This handsome stranger, Nick, gave me a little reason to stay in New York. His unexpected kindness was like a small gift. It came when I needed it most. I looked at him. He looked kind and strong. Maybe things could be better. A very small feeling of hope started to grow inside my heart. It was only a little hope, but it was there. 2. A new friend. Nick started coming to the coffee shop every morning. He was always there when I started my work day. He did not just buy coffee. He stayed and talked to me. Sometimes he brought me flowers. Small, colorful ones that made me smile. He knew I loved music. He often asked about my singing. When I practiced at home, I thought about his kind words. He listened when I talked about my dream to be a singer. He said he worked in the music world. He told me stories about his job. His stories were interesting. He made me feel like my dream was possible again. He did not laugh at me. He believed in me. After work, sometimes we met. We walked together in Central Park. The park was big and beautiful. We talked for a long time. We shared our secrets, small things about our lives, our hopes, our fears. It felt easy to talk to him. He was a good listener. Being with Nick was different. I felt happy. I felt stronger. He helped me forget the bad feelings. He helped me start to believe in myself again. His attention was like a warm light. It made me feel seen and important. My feelings for Nick grew every day. I looked forward to seeing him. His smile made my heart feel light. I thought about him a lot when he was not there. I started to like him very, very much. I felt like I was falling in love with him. He was becoming more than a friend. But I did not know everything about Nick. He had secrets. Secrets about his past and his work. Secrets that I did not see then. I was just happy to have found someone who seemed to understand me and support my dream. I trusted him completely. I did not know that things were not as simple as they seemed. 3. A big party. Nick asked me to go to a party. It was a very fancy party. He said it was for people in the music business. I felt a little nervous, but also excited. I wanted to see this part of Nick's world. When we arrived, the place was beautiful. There were many, many people. They all looked important and successful. Nick seemed to know everyone. He walked around, shaking hands and smiling. People were happy to see him. I stayed close to Nick at first, but soon I felt like I did not belong there. I was wearing a nice dress, but everyone else looked perfect. People looked at me when I walked by. Their eyes were not warm or friendly. They were cold. I felt like an outsider. I did not know anyone, and no one seemed interested in knowing me. It was a strange feeling. Then a woman came up to me. She had blonde hair and a sharp smile. Her name was Clare. She pulled me a little away from the crowd. She spoke very quietly. She said something strange about Nick. It was like a warning. She said, "You're cute, just like the last one." Her words made me feel a sudden worry. What did she mean? Who was the last one? I looked for Nick. When I found him, I felt confused and a little scared. I asked him about Claire and what she said. I told him her words made me feel bad. Nick listened. Then he smiled his warm smile. He laughed softly. He said Claire was just being difficult. He said her words meant nothing. He told me not to worry about her. He said I was the only one for him. He put his arms around me tightly. He kissed me gently. His kiss felt real and safe. My heart wanted to believe Nick completely. I liked being with him so much. He made me feel strong and happy. My heart said, trust him. But my mind remembered Claire's strange words. My mind had a question. It felt a little doubt. Should I listen to my heart or listen to the doubt in my mind? It was difficult. The big party was loud, but inside me, the question was quiet and strong. I did not know the answer. I looked at Nick, and I wondered about the secrets he kept. For my song on the radio, I worked hard on a new song. It was very personal for me. I put many feelings into the words and music. I called the song Runaway Dream. It was about my journey and my hopes. I spent many hours writing and changing it. It felt like a piece of my soul. One evening, I was at Nick's apartment. We often talked about music and my dreams. I felt comfortable with him. I decided to share my new song. It was a big step for me. I took my old guitar. I sat near him and started to play. I sang Runaway Dream from my heart. It was the first and only time I played it for someone. When I finished, Nick looked at me. He had a warm smile. He said, "Alice, that song is beautiful. It's really special." He told me he felt strong emotions when he heard it. He said it gave him goosebumps. His words made me feel very happy. I felt a deep connection with him. I thought he understood my music and me. 2 weeks passed. Life continued. I was still working at the coffee shop every day. I still practiced my singing and writing at night. I felt hopeful. Nick and I were getting closer. Everything seemed good. Then, one afternoon, I was riding in a taxi. The radio was playing music softly. I was looking out the window at the city. Suddenly, a song started. The melody sounded exactly like my song. My heart jumped. I stopped looking outside and listened closely. Yes, it was the music from Runaway Dream, but the voice was different. It was a woman singing. It was not me. I felt a shock go through my body. This could not be real. How was my song on the radio sung by another person? When I got back to my small apartment, I quickly went online. I found the song that was on the radio. It was by a new singer named Lisa something. She was very popular now. Then I looked at the information about the song. It said the song was released by a music company. The company was Nick's company. My mind was spinning. It was too strange to be a coincidence. My song, my personal song, was now a hit for another singer from Nick's company. It felt impossible and terrible at the same time. I called Nick right away. My voice was shaking a little. "Nick," I said, "I heard a song on the radio. Runaway Dream, it was my song. but someone else was singing it, and it's from your company." He sounded calm, maybe too calm. He said, "Oh, yes, I heard it. It's a popular song now." "But it's my song," I repeated, trying to understand. "I wrote it. I played it for you." He said, "I know, Alice. But many songs sound similar. It's probably just a coincidence. It happens sometimes in the music business." A coincidence? My exact melody, my words, the song I shared only with him? It was not a coincidence. I knew it in my heart. He had taken my song. He had given it to another singer. He had used my personal music for his business. A cold, heavy feeling filled me. This was not the kind man I thought I knew. The man who seemed to care about my dreams. He had lied to me. He had used my trust. He had taken something very important from me. I felt a deep pain, a terrible sense of betrayal. My song was not mine anymore, at least not on the radio. My voice was not heard. Nick had used my heart's work for his own gain. It was a crushing feeling. My big dream felt broken again, maybe worse this time. 5, the big fight. I went to see Nick. My heart felt heavy, full of anger and sadness. I looked at him. He looked back, but his eyes were different. I asked him about the song. My song, playing on the radio, sung by someone else. I waited for him to say it was a mistake or that he didn't know. But he did not say that. He looked away for a second, then he looked at me again. He said, "Yes, I did it." My breath stopped. "Why?" I asked. My voice was quiet, but inside a storm was starting. He tried to smile. It was a strange smile. "I helped you, Alice," he said. "Now everyone hears your music. You can be famous. This is the way." My storm grew bigger. "Help." "This is not help, Nick. You stole my song. You stole my voice." Tears started to fall, hot on my face. He came closer. "No, listen. This is how it works in the music world. You need connections. You need people to hear you. I gave you that." I stepped back. "I do not want this. I do not want fame like this. I want to sing my own songs. I want people to hear me, the real me. My music comes from my heart. It is not for selling or stealing." He got angry too now. His face changed. "You are being a child. This is real life. This is your chance. You are lucky I helped you." We were shouting. Words like daggers flew between us. It was a big, terrible fight. All the good feelings, all the trust were breaking. I looked at his face, the face I had loved. But I did not see the man I thought I knew. I saw a stranger who only cared about money and power. In that moment, I understood. His dream was not my dream. His idea of success was not mine. My dream was about truth and music. His dream was about fame and business. My heart was completely broken. It hurt so much, a physical pain in my chest. I stopped shouting. I looked at him one last time. "It is over, Nick," I said. My voice was shaking. He looked surprised. What is over?" "Us," I said. "Everything. It is finished." I turned around. I walked away from him towards the door. I did not look back. I opened the door and walked outside. It was raining hard. The rain felt cold on my skin, like the end of everything warm. I walked away from his apartment, away from him, into the rain and the night. The big fight was over, and my heart was broken, but maybe, just maybe, I was free. 6. A surprise visitor. One day, I was busy working in the coffee shop. I was making coffee and thinking about everything that happened. The door opened, and the small bell above it rang. A woman walked in. I looked up and saw her face. It was Claire. I remembered her from the big party Nick took me to. I was very surprised to see her here in my simple coffee shop. She walked towards my table where I sometimes sat during quiet times. She looked a little serious. "Hello, Alice," she said when she reached the table. Her voice was not loud. I stopped my work for a moment. "Hello, Claire," I said. "Why are you here?" She sat down across from me. "I came to talk to you," she said, "about Nick." My stomach felt a little strange when she said his name. I nodded and listened. "I was his fiancée," Claire told me. My eyes opened wide. Nick never told me this. It was a big secret. "He hurt me very much," she continued. "He was not a good man to me. He cheated on me. He cheated with another woman. She was a singer." Hearing this made me feel cold inside. I thought about my song on the radio. I thought about how he used my music for his company and for that new singer. Now I could see a clear picture. Nick had a history. He used people. He used women. He used singers for his own plans. He used Claire, and then he used me. It was a bad pattern. I felt a mix of sadness, anger, and disappointment. I felt like maybe I should just leave New York and forget about my dream. But then Claire reached across the table. She put her hand on top of mine. Her hand was warm and strong. "Please, don't let him win," she said softly. "Don't let one bad man stop your music. Your dream is important. Don't give up because of him." Her words were kind and strong. After I left Nick, I felt very alone with my broken heart and my stolen song. Claire was a surprise visitor, but she was here to help me. She understood what Nick was like. She gave me hope and strength when I needed it most. I felt like I was not alone anymore. I felt a little stronger. I knew I could not give up now. I had to fight for my music and my dream. 7. A new start. After the sadness, I felt very tired. My heart was broken. For some days, I did not want to sing or write music. I thought about giving up my dream. It felt too hard, too painful. But then, slowly, a small light appeared inside me. I remembered why I came to New York City. My dream was still there, waiting. It was quiet for a time, but it was not gone forever. I found the courage to try again. I sat down with my guitar in my small apartment. At first, it was difficult. But then, music started to flow back to me. I began to write new songs. These songs came from deep inside my heart. They were about the sadness, the anger, the hope, and the lessons I learned. They felt very true to me. I decided I needed to share them. This time, I knew I had to do it my way. I would not let anyone else control my music or my dream. I recorded simple versions of my new songs. Then, I put them on the internet for anyone to hear. I did not have many hopes. It was just me, sharing my music with the world, one song at a time. But one day, I received an email. It was from a small music studio in the city. They wrote that they had found my songs online. They said they really liked my voice and my authentic style of music. They invited me to come to their studio to talk about recording. I felt a mix of excitement and worry, but I went. It was a small, comfortable place. There, I met the owner, Leo. He was a kind man with a calm voice. It was clear he loved music deeply, especially music that felt real and honest. He listened carefully when I spoke. He showed me respect. He did not try to change my music. He said he liked my songs just the way they were. Working with Leo was very different. He was patient with me. He did not rush the recording. He cared more about the music itself. He never used me or tried to take advantage of me. I felt safe when I was with him. I felt my music was safe with him too. We spent many hours in the studio working on the songs. We also talked a lot about music, about life, about dreams. It felt easy and true. Slowly, a new feeling began to grow between us. It was not fast or dramatic. It was calm, steady, and strong. Leo was a genuinely kind and good person. He made me feel valued for who I was, not just for my music. He told me my voice was unique. He told me my songs had meaning. One evening, he said something very kind. He said that my voice, my music, had helped him too. This felt like a real new beginning for me, a new start for my music career, doing it my own way. And maybe a new start for my heart too. I was building something real this time, something that was truly mine. I was not alone anymore. I had my music, and I had found a true friend and partner in Leo. It felt like I was finally on the right path to my dream. I was ready to sing again, ready to share my true voice, ready to be Alice, the singer I always wanted to be. 8. My own voice. Tonight was a big night. I was on a stage, a real stage. It felt strange but good. It was the first time in a long time. I looked out at the people. They were waiting. I took a deep breath. I started to sing my song. It was a new song. It was my song. My voice felt strong. It felt like me. The music filled the room. I played my guitar. My fingers moved easily. I felt the music inside me. It was a part of my heart. I sang about my life. I sang about my dreams. I sang about the past. I sang about the future. The song finished. There was a moment of quiet. Then a sound started. It grew louder. The people were clapping their hands. They stood up. They clapped very loudly. They liked my music. They liked my voice. It felt amazing. It felt like the dream was real now. I looked around the room. I saw many faces. Then I saw a man standing far away near the back door. It was Nick. He was alone. He looked different, not so confident now. I looked at him for a moment. I did not feel angry. I did not feel sad. I felt peace. I smiled a little. It was okay. His story was his story. My story was mine. My music was mine. I turned my head. I looked to the side of the stage. Leo was there. He was waiting for me. He had a big smile. It was a proud smile. He believed in me. He believed in my music. He helped me find my voice again. He helped me stand on this stage. I finished my last song. The people clapped again. I walked off the stage. Leo came to me. He said, "You were wonderful, Alice." His words were kind. They were true. I looked at him. I knew this was right. This was how my dream should be, with good people, with real music, with my own voice. I almost stopped. I almost went home, but I did not. And now I was here. My dream was not lost. It was found. It was mine.